Hello students, I am Saili Rathod from International Center of Excellence in Engineering and Management, Aurangabad. Today I am going to conduct a video lecture of Boolean logic. This video is video number 21 and we are conducting a video lecture series of digital electronics. Okay, so in previous video lecture we have started with the combinational circuits and we have studied about the half adder in the last lecture. Today we are moving forward towards the full adder. Okay, so today we will see a combinational circuit designing of a full adder. So let's start with today's topic. This is a full adder. What is a full adder? It is a type of combinational logic circuit in which we can add bitwise addition. We can perform bitwise addition and we can take the output as sum and carry. So this is a full adder, a 3-input bitwise addition functional block. Okay, so here in this diagram you can see this is a full adder where the A, B and Ci, these three are the inputs and these two are the outputs. Okay, so thus we have noted that there are 3 inputs to a full adder and 2 outputs. Okay, so 2 inputs are Ai, Bi and the third input is Ci, which is also called as the carry input, and Ci plus 1 and Si, these are the outputs of this full adder. Now we will see step by step how to design a full adder. As in the previous lecture, in the starting of the PPT, we have seen the steps which are used to design any adder, half or full adder. So the first step is to recognize the inputs and outputs, which we have done in this slide. We have recognized how many inputs and outputs are there for the full adder. Now the second step is to draw the truth table for that particular adder. So as we know, for a full adder there are 3 inputs. So we have drawn a truth table for 3 inputs C, A, I and Bi, and 2 outputs are there Si and Ci plus 1. So this is the truth table. How we can write it? Initially the first bit we will consider the B. We have taken 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. Okay, so this I am only explaining you so that you can remember how to write down the inputs, or you can also remember like this also: 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1. This is nothing but the binary coding from 0 to, this is, as you know that we have started from 0 and total 8 combinations are there. So we have started from 0 and it is up to the 7. So you can write down the binary code for 0 to 7, or you can remember like this. Alternative, you have written 0 1 0 1 0 1, then 2 times 0 2 times 1 2 times 0 2 times 1, then 4 times 0 4 times 1. So this is how you can remember how to write the input combinations. Now the outputs. So these are the sum and carry outputs of the full adder. Okay, so one important thing is that, as we know that full adder is an alternative to the XOR implementation. So remember this is an XOR implementation, and as you know this is a addition. So you can write down the output by considering as you have to add these 3 bits. So 0 0 0, what will be the addition of 0 0 0? It will be 0 and there will be no carry. So carry input output will be also 0. Now 0 plus 0 plus 1, it will be 1. The sum will be 1 and the carry will be 0. Now the third input 0 1 0. So 0 plus 1 plus 0, it will give output. It will give the output sum 1 and carry 0. Now 0 plus 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is nothing but 0, carry 1. So we have written here 0, carry 1. Now 1 plus 0 is 1, carry 0. 1 plus 0 plus 1, it means 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. Now 1 plus 1 plus 0, it is 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. Now 1 plus 1 plus 1. Now consider this, 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. Now this carry bit plus this 1. So 1 plus 1 is again 0, carry 1. So the output will be 1 and carry will be 1. Now the next step is to draw the Karnaugh map or K-map. So how we can write the K-map? First we will draw the K-map for sum, and then in the next slide we will draw the K-map for carry. Okay. So this is the K-map for SI. So how we can draw? First, as you know, 3 variables are there. So we will draw the 8 cellular K-map. A and B we have plotted on this side, C we have plotted on this side. So all the gray codes we have written here 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. Now we will put only the values of 1. You can refer this column. So wherever the 1 is there, you can put this 1 in the Karnaugh map. But where you will put this? You will put at this cell 0, 0, 1. Means the value of C is 0, A is 0 and B is 1. So C is 0 and AB is 0, 1. So where it is? AB is 0, 1. So we will put the 1 here. Now the second one is here. So 0, 1, 0. 0 and 1, 0. So we will put the 1 here. Next one for sum is here. So 1, 0, 0 means 1, 0, 0. It will be here. Now the fourth one, all the 3 inputs are 1, 1, 1. So 1, 1, 1. So we will put 1 here. So like this we have plotted all the ones in this column sum in the K-map. After this, the next step is to write the equation for this K-map. Okay, so either you can, 2 alternative methods are there. You can write the equation for these 4 groups. This is one method, and another method is you can write the equation from referring this truth table. So how you can write? First write the SOP equation for this one. So this one is where Ci bar, A bar and B. So you can write Ci bar, AI bar, B plus second one is where? Here. So Ci bar, AI and Bi bar. So Ci bar A, Bi bar plus next one is here. So Ci AI bar, Bi bar. Ci AI bar, Bi bar. Here I have replaced the bar by this symbol. You can write like this also. Now the next one is here. So it will be Ci AI Bi. So Ci AI Bi. It means you have to write the SOP equation only where the outputs are 1. So you will get these 4 combinations and you can add this products, so you can get the SOP equation. Now you have to solve this equation by taking some variables in common. Like here you have taken Ci bar common, here you have taken Ci common, and write the remaining variables in the bracket. So as by simplification rules, by using the simplification rules, we know that AI Bi plus AI bar Bi bar, this rule is nothing but the XOR of AI Bi. So we have replaced this bracket by XOR operation of AI Bi. In the similar way, this bracket we have replaced by the XOR of AI BI. Okay, so by simplification method we have solved all this equation and finally we got this equation for the SI. So this is the final output of the sum of the full adder. Now the next step is the K-map for carry. So we have drawn the K-map for carry. How we can write? We have to simply refer this column. As you know, the ones are in this 4 places. So at this place you can write the 1 in the K-map. So this one will be at 0 1 1. So 0 1 1 this. This second group will be of 1 0 1. So 1 0 1, it means here. The third group is 1 1 0, means 1 1 0, the third group, and the fourth group is 1 1 1, is 1 1 1. So this is the fourth group. Like this we have formed the groups. You can make a group like this first, this second, and this is third. After that you can write the equation. Here you can see the 3 groups I have made. The first equation, this is for the first group, this is for the second group, this is for the third group. In this way we have written the equation for carry. So we got the equation for sum as well as we got the equation for carry. Now the next step is to implement the equations. So as we know, after simplification we got these 2 equations, sum and carry. So sum is what? Is nothing but the XOR operation of AIBI, again the XOR operation of this bracket with CI. So we have taken 3 inputs. First take the XOR operation of AIBI. The output will be given to again the next XOR gate and the final output will give the SI. So this is the implementation of sum. Now the carry, CI plus 1. So the carry equation we can implement it in the circuit. So AIBI I have given to the AND gate. After that the XOR operation of AIBI. As we know, this is the XOR operation of AIBI. So we can take the output like this. Now these 2 outputs are ANDed together here. After that the output of this complete AND gate is given to the OR gate, and the another input to this is AI.BI. So these 2 inputs are given to the OR gate. Finally we will get the output of CI plus 1. Okay, so this is the step-by-step method of implementing the full adder. This is very simple. You just try to solve it at home and you can refer this video. When you will solve it by yourself, you will find it very easy. Okay, so this is the implementation of full adder. Now the full adder is what? Hardware repetition simplifies hardware design. Okay, so if we want to design a full adder, so you can add a half adder plus again a half adder, so you can get a full adder. So here I have drawn a diagram which explains the same. This is one half adder. The output of this is taken as the input of second half adder, and the output of both these half adders is given to the OR gate, which will give the carry of the full adder, and this will give the sum of the full adder. So consider this figure as a full adder. This is nothing but the full adder which is having 3 inputs and 2 outputs. So 2 half adders can be combined to give a full adder. A full adder can be made from 2 half adders plus an OR gate. Okay, so this is about the full adder. Now putting it all together, single bit full adder. So this full adder is nothing but a single bit full adder. Why? Because the input AI is also a 1 bit input. This is also 1 bit input. Carry is also 1 bit input. So this is nothing but the single bit full adder. Now how to design a circuit to add 2 bits or 2 bit adder. 4 bit, if you want to add the 4 bits, then you can design a 4 bit adder. If you want to design 8 bit, then you can draw a 8 bit adder by using chain of 1 bit adder. It means this is a single bit full adder. So if you make a chain of this single bit full adder, then you can make a 4 bit adder or 8 bit adder. Okay, so this is about the full adder. Here I have explained one example of full 4 bit adder. So chain single bit adders together. So here what you can see, this is a nothing but a chain of full adders. This is a full adder. So what will be the input of this full adder? A0, B0, and this is a C0. So this full adder will give the outputs as one sum and one carry. So carry will be forwarded to the next full adder. So this will give the second output S1, and the carry output will be given to the next full adder. Now the third output of this will be S2, and the carry will be forwarded to full adder. Now this last full adder will take the input as C3, A3, B3, and it will give the output S3 and the C4, that is the carry bit. So this is how we can calculate the full addition of 4 bits. The inputs of A, if you take an example, it is 0, 1, 0, 1, B is 0, 1, 1, 1, and the carry is 1, 1, 1, 0. So what will be the sum? If you add all these bits, 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. Again 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1 in this column. So carry is 1. Again that carry plus this 1 will be 0, carry 1. Now here 4 ones are there. So 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. Again 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. So here output will be 1, and again carry will be 1. So this is nothing but a simple addition of 4 bits, 4 bit, 4 bit plus 4 bit. And this will be the final sum of this 4 bit adder. This approach is called a ripple carry addition. It can be slow for large designs. Okay, so obviously as you have a chain of multiple circuits, so it will take a particular time to give the output. Okay, so in today's video lecture we have finished with the 4 bit adder, for which we have started with how to recognize the inputs and outputs of the adder. Then we have seen the second step to draw the truth table. Then the third step is to draw the K-map from the truth table. Then from the K-map you can make the groups and write the equation for sum and carry. Then by using that equations you can draw the circuit or logic diagram of that particular adder. So you can get the final implementation of that adder. Okay, and again the last thing was that you can combine multiple half adders to make a full adder, and also you can combine multiple full adders to make a larger circuit. Okay, so this is all about the full adder. Thank you so much. In the next video lecture we will start with the new topic. Thank you.